This is common knowledge that every cell in the body is programmed for health. Why would it cause an ailment? A disease is being manufactured in the system. The simplest step that one needs to take is there are two types of ailments. One is infectious, another is chronic. Infectious diseases are those which happen because of an external invasion. An external organism invades the system and causes certain trouble, which has to be dealt with medication. But chronic ailment, what it means is, our own body is creating the problem. The disease is being manufactured in the system. This is common knowledge that every cell in the body is programmed for health. But why would it cause an ailment? Something very fundamental has gone off balance, or there is a certain level of misunderstanding within the system itself that instead of creating health, it's creating ill health. And we may be incubating this misunderstanding in so many different ways. When I say misunderstanding, not misunderstanding or understanding of your mind. On the cellular level, on the elemental level, there is a misunderstanding. So these things can be altered just by bringing about a certain balance in the system, activating a certain level of inner energy and accessing the innermost dimension of who you are, which is the very maker of this body. The very maker of this body is within you. When this is so, if there is a repair job to be done on this body, should you go to the manufacturer or to the local mechanic? Because the problem is being generated from within, it is very important that an inner solution is found for this. The inner engineering process is just about this, that you find access to this deepest dimension of intelligence and competence within ourselves, which is capable of generating this body, creating this body from what kind of material? If you eat a piece of bread, it turns into human system in a few hours' time. So there is that dimension of intelligence and competence within this, if only you found access to that. Health is not even something that you have to struggle with. So finding access to this has many steps to be taken. The simplest step that one needs to take is that one becomes open to the possibility, first of all. Thinking and understanding that for all the problems that I have, there is an external cause and there is an external solution is a very foolish way to approach the whole process. For ailments, chronic ailments like diabetes, hypertension, cardiac ailments, asthma, allergies, obesity, eating disorders, and many of these kinds which are all essentially generated from within, all these things can be quelled from within if only we are willing to pay a certain level of attention to the innermost dimension of who we are. Inner engineering is a powerful process of approaching the inner core of who you are in a scientific manner, and this is definitely a way to create a healthful life.
Engineering offers a unique opportunity for self-exploration and transformation, leading to a life of fulfillment and joy. It is available in a variety of course formats, both online and in person. Now, there has been many research on inner engineering. Now, inner engineering practitioners reported 31% lower stress scores than the general population. A study consisting of 6,892 participants during the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated that inner engineering practitioners had lower median stress levels compared to non-meditating controls. Additionally, inner engineering practitioners had lower anxiety and depression along with higher scores of joy and well-being. For those who do a daily practice of inner engineering, had shown to reduce stress by 54% after 8 weeks of regular practice and has been linked to improve well-being and positive work outcomes. The median perceived stress scale, that is PSS score, for yoga practitioners compared to active and placebo comparators was significantly lower at all time points. Among the randomized participants, they were compliant for the full 12 week. The active comparators had significantly lower median PSS scores than the placebo comparators. Among the working professionals, compliant participants reported a 54% reduction in stress levels after 8 weeks of practice. Now, the practice included with inner engineering have shown to have significant benefits. 4 weeks of Upa Yoga practice has been linked with reduced stress, anxiety, and depression, along with improvement in well-being. Another practice included with inner engineering program is a 15-minute meditation called Isha Kriya. Now, this practice decreased total mood disturbances and negative emotion just after one sitting. Furthermore, 6 weeks of Isha Kriya practice resulted in a 36% reduction in self-reported anxiety, including 48% decrease in those experiencing severe anxiety. Now, this was stronger for those with depression, as 6 weeks of practice resulted in 46% reduction, including a 50% reduction for those who were initially considered depressed. After 6 weeks of practice, a majority of those who initially reported depression were no longer considered depressed. Now, meditators had a 4.8 times greater parasympathetic nervous system (PNS) response compared to controls. Now, along with inner engineering, there have been many research made in Shambhavi Mahamudra also, which shows the brain wave pattern. Now, according to the research, the alpha and delta brain waves has increased, whereas beta brain waves get decreased after practicing Shambhavi Mahamudra. Not only this, there was a study on 536 participants. Now, this 536 Shambhavi practitioners showed improvement in chronic ailments like hypertension, asthma, headaches, migraines, diabetes, back or neck pain, digestive disorders, and many more diseases like this. After practicing Shambhavi, 84% reported improvement in insomnia, 40% with reduced medication, and 30% stopped medication in sleeping disorders. Whereas in menstrual disorders, 80% people started having regular and normal cycles. 72% people showed decrease in TMS psychological symptoms, and 57% people got decrease in severe symptoms as dysmenorrhea. Now, according to all this data, inner engineering and Shambhavi also shows benefits like maintains high energy and alertness throughout the day, improves communication and interpersonal relationships, enhance mental clarity, emotional balance, and productivity, eliminates stress, fear, and anxiety. You can achieve joy, tranquility, and fulfillment just by doing these programs. Now, prerequisite for Shambhavi Mahamudra is you should have the completion of all 7 sessions of inner engineering online course, and 15 plus age group is required. No prior experience of yoga is required. If you are under the age of 18, please do have your parents or guardian contact. Now, there are certain requirements, that is, you require a quiet and private space. Ideally, approximately a sufficient room for yoga practice, and there are some technical requirements too, which if you wish to join the program, I have given the link in the description. Up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskar.
I was very emotionally very weak person, and I didn't have any clarity in my life.
As I started, just those 7 videos, they worked like magic for me. I completed it within 4 or 5 days. That experience was very overwhelming for me.
I think I got clarity in my thoughts and emotions now, and 100% surely I'm a very happy person today.
The online course brought an extra dimension to my life.
Life-changing opportunity.
Emotionally stable, grounded.
I was happier, much happier.
Words is not enough to describe actually what this program has already given us.